So you're lumpy, you got clumps hanging off you, you're afraid. You're afraid to, every time someone walks by, you suck it in. Oh, so today I'll teach you how to stay lean and clean with a nice spleen. Don't eat animal spleen 6 from a cat rodent. That will only make things worse in long run. Don't do it. So you could be lean on almost any kind of diet. I've tried pretty much every diet and I've been lean on all of them. Whether it was carnivore, vegan, raw vegan. The fat you eat is not the fat you wear. I ain't gonna go that far into McDougal land where fairies bring you plates of potatoes at night. The fat you eat is the fat your liver is afraid of. And then someone's gonna come out, why'd you throw all the boxes? I didn't do it. So while yes, you can lose weight on a keto diet, I don't believe that's the way to long-term health. If you feel good doing it, by all means do it. I'm just trying to plant seeds in your mind that maybe it's burdening on every single organ and gland in your body. And you will pay the price in your 100th year, on your birthday when you die, in your sleep. Then what? I'm a much bigger fan of the high carb diet now. Now that I've improved my sugar metabolism where I don't feel like I'm about to drop dead after every meal, you heal those adrenals up, you get some good sleep the night before, then you're good to go. Fruit shouldn't make you crash. I've had so many times I eat a cantaloupe and then I'm just exhausted. I'm like, why? Oh, it's the sugar. Sugar's bad. Why? I don't feel bad now. I just ate the same cantaloupe. Now I'm gonna work out like the monkey gods wanted me to do and write a book about it. Is there a book? 10% off? Really? 20% off if you share it with a friend and you both buy it? How do we do it? I don't know. It's so peaceful in that neighborhood, and then, oh no. Oh, what is looming upon us? Will it bring the rains of glory or pain? So my first tip is surprisingly not exercise. It's good for building muscle. Monkey muscle is nice, but hanging from the bars of life while you swing through the forest of love is not gonna really melt off the pounds like you want it to. Body fat composition is almost entirely diet, and then exercise tones your muscle, builds muscle. I immediately regret this choice. That's fun. It's fun to do. I wish there was a monkey book about it, but there's not, unfortunately. It's good, but diet is everything. This apple just rolled from that way. I can't tell if it just fell from the... Of course it did, right? Or has it been here for weeks? There's the apple tree. So it must have fallen and then did that. Oh no! Yay, it came back to me. Yeah, okay. So that means you can just eat it. That's why the tree threw it away. So my first tip, if a tree literally throws fruit at you, you eat it. You just eat it. It's funny, I was gonna bring grapes for after my workout and I was like, nah, it's fine. The universe told me that a tree would provide all I needed. Thank you, universe. Law of attraction, hippie shit for the win. So it's getting super windy, let's go home, I'll give you the tips. Maybe we'll find a street to cross. Dare we dream. Go, vegetable police. I believe in you. You'll make it. You'll make it. So if you're wondering what I ate to recover from my workout, I just had a bunch of grapes, followed by a whack load of spinach. Just the freshest spinach you ever seen in your life. Crispy. Oh, oxalates. Oh no, help. My kidneys. So if I could sum it up, if somebody got into an elevator with me, an obese man, I'm looking at that weight of the elevator, eyeing him, we might be pushing this, we only have about 30 seconds tops. I have to save this man's life before we plummet to the earth. I would say get that celery juice in you 2 cups a day no matter what, Then eat mostly raw fruits and vegetables from that point on. When you feel like, holy shit, that's too much, I hate this, you get a little starchy comfort food in your life. Ease the fat down. Every once in a while, maybe dive into something more concentrated. Be mostly vegan. I ain't gonna tell you what to do on the other 10%. 5%. I swear to God, if it's more than 2%, you're getting a backhand. But whether that's concentrated foods like nuts and seeds, or beans, or fish, well, scallops, those are cheap, so affordable. I love that. But that little 2% of your diet is not why you're fat. It's what you do all the time that matters. But I have a couple legit techniques. I'm not trying to lose weight. I've never been obese, except when I was 600 pounds that one time. But we lost it, and that's barely fat. Yeah, sure, 600. I know plenty of people who were 2,000 pounds. So I pale in comparison to them, but I got techniques. So my first technique comes when you're done with the fruits and vegetables for the day. You've eaten enough. If that's all you eat, it's very hard to gain weight. Especially if you're eating it in your whole form and lots of veggies, not just concentrating on blending 10 bananas and 15 dates together and slamming it. If you're a normal human being, you got some peaches and spinach, that's your meal. It's gonna be hard to gain weight on that. So when you're sick of that sweet shit and you go into the starchy side of life, that's where people run into trouble, in my opinion. So here's my first tip. There's certain starches that are better than others. Not all starches are created equal. Potatoes satisfy me. I can eat a bunch of veggies and potatoes, and I know when to stop. I can leave a potato on the plate and walk away and live to tell about it. Rice? I've never left a little bit of rice. It always, just the whole thing, no matter how full I am. I don't know what it is, if there's something addictive in the rice, something comforting in that texture, or just its complete lack of nutrients. One of those factors is coming in and I can't stop eating it. So if you have that type of addictive personality at night, you're eating, stuffing it down, back off that rice. Back off probably all grains. Maybe beans too. Look to the starchy vegetables. Have you ever had breadfruit? I just read an article. It was like, breadfruit, so great and all this, the only downside is its lack of taste. I was like, are you kidding me? I just bought one. Best tasting thing, it's bread. It is bread. Potato bread, gooey. If you sliced it lengthwise, pressure cooked it, you could make a sandwich out of 2 slices of bread. It would take forever. It'd be the most slicing you've ever had to do in your life for bread. But it'd be worth it. Not really, but just do it. So always choose starchy vegetables over grains. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, the weird things like taro root and the weird shit that, is that even edible? It looks like wood. It is edible. Cassava. I got that in my back pocket. What do you got in there? Huh? Your keys to your stupid car? How much that cost you a month? You dick. My second technique, now that you've banished grains from your life, you got your starchy veggies. I do this technique myself, not to lose weight, although it would help. I do it for optimal digestion, and it just hits that satiation signal faster. You don't overeat. Here's what I do for dinner most nights. I pressure cook in the Instapot. Links are down below, of course. Pressure cook some potatoes. Takes like 23 minutes. I do those first, and then I'll take them out, put them on a plate. They're cooling while I've already chopped veggies, and they're ready to go in next. So I chop up a bunch of my favorite veggies, like cauliflower, get some hot peppers in there, oh my god, right now, asparagus, whatever you like. Steam a bunch of them. When it's all coming together, you eat this first, your big veggies. You leave the starch, they're still cooling down. You filled your stomach up with a bunch of mineral-dense veggies, not much calories, just pure nutrition. You got that in there, and then you eat the potatoes to satiation. It doesn't have to be plain, put whatever you like to put on there. I don't know what people do, I eat them plain. Sometimes I have a nori sheet, I wrap those up, they give me gas, that's fun. They taste so good though. Will my body ever adapt? I just want nori in my life. It's a sweet, salty taste. It's got seaweed, minerals. I deserve those. Help me. So pretend that you switched the order. You ate the potatoes first and then the veggies last. You'd fill up on all these potatoes. You would eat the whole thing for sure. And then maybe you couldn't finish your veggies. How stupid would that be? There's so much more nutrient dense, mineral dense, vitamin dense. You're dense. My brain is sharp. And don't be one of these Nancy Pants assholes who has to take a bite of broccoli, and then a potato. And then I'll dip that in the sauce. And, back to the broccoli. Shut your mouth. Just eat this, then eat that. Be a utilitarian about it. You're dancing around the point. My third tip is to banish salt from your life completely. This is how you control your hunger. Salt is stupid. It's a toxin. I know I'm all over the map on this. I've said it's the best thing in life. I've said, is it toxic? I'm bouncing back and forth. I've never felt this hydrated before in my life. Completely removing salt. No Himalayan salt, no sprinkles of this anywhere. Just the celery juice. That's where I get my sodium. And lots of fruits and veggies have sodium, so I'm getting lots of natural sodium, but no sprinkled rocks in my life. You start sprinkling that shit on your food, you're gonna crave that. You're gonna eat more because you want that salty taste. It takes a little bit, but once you get it out of your life, everything tastes so much better. That's why I read that article. I'm eating breadfruit. I'm like, in heaven, the squishy joy of doughy bread. And these guys are like, oh, it has no taste. They have no tongue. You want a tongue? Get salt out of your life, then everything's like, oh my God, wow. I feel bad for my mom. I'm trying to get her to eat more healthy food, and she is doing it. But she's a smoker and a salt eater. And so her taste buds are just, they need excitement. And so she's making these dishes and they're like, it's kind of bland. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's so much flavor in that. Like too much. Like back off the flavor a bit. Just get that tongue, heal it. Start licking the sidewalk. I'll scrape off whatever's in there. Don't do that. That's my fourth tip. Last tip, and this is something I learned recently from Medical Medium, is the liver has everything to do with weight loss. Fatty liver equals fatty body. Get the fat out of your liver. Fat then comes off the body. It's like it has to come out through the liver. I don't like pushing other people's theories without fully understanding them, but when you eat fruits and veggies and those heal the liver, you lose weight, so I can get behind the workings of it. I don't know why that happens. Like, why do we lose weight if we eat the same amount of calories? It's like, do we not absorb it all? Is it healing our liver and allowing us to get rid of toxins and fat? Like, that makes sense to me. We store toxins in our liver and our fat. If you clean up that liver, then the fat from your outer storings can come in and then get processed and then you pee it out. It makes sense. Debunk me, bitch. Pretty much all fruits and vegetables are good for the liver. You don't have to go to specific. I know apples are really good for the liver and asparagus is really good, but they're all really good. So just go for the ones you taste like in your mouth. I'm a poet. I'm gonna write a book on just the language, the art of language. Links are down below. The art of good talking now. Good. So those are my basic tips. You start losing weight doing that stuff and move your body slowly. It helps. Just go for long walks and stuff. You don't have to be crazy. Don't start lifting weights. You're 300 pounds. It's like, okay, how much can I lift? It's like, let's repair your knees for a bit before you start squatting your life. So get that monkey book for the future. You're a sellout. Feel free to post your thoughts down below on how a keto diet is the way to lose weight and that I'm crazy. You lost all your weight on keto and you're happier than you've ever been. And everything I say is batshit wrong. Feel free to post those down below, and I'll delete them immediately. How dare you? It's the sugar. The sugar poisoned your liver, your fatty liver. Show me the science, buddy, because I'm all about that science. The whole time, I've been reading science every day. People are saying this high fructose corn syrup, oh, he had it on his pizza, look. It's the sugar. He makes big bowls of GMO cornflakes with corn syrup on it. Sugar does that. Fruit does the same thing. Give me a break. Watermelon clogs up your liver. Show me one study that fruit on a normal diet, not some diabetic pizza eating asshole who had watermelon for breakfast and then pizza for lunch and then pasta and Parmigiani sauce. So we're done. We're done here for today. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you lose all your weight by eating mice. You only eat food that your cat catches for you. And what's he supposed to eat? Just let him starve, buy him his kibbles and bits. That shit is toxic. There's animal byproducts in there. And weird shit. GMO spices. Frickin' broccoli spice. It's in there. I don't get it. Cats are carnivores. Why is there all this like flax seeds? Oh, sweet potato. Here you go, kitty. I know you love this. Just give them meat. That should be it. Mice. I've had an idea. If anybody wants to be a millionaire, make mice cat food. We got a mice problem. You start catching them, make that into cat food. That's something a cat would catch and eat. They couldn't catch a cow. Why is there beef cat food? I've lost the plot. So I'm gonna leave after you buy a Vegetable Police t-shirt. And subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.